going on, everybody? My name is Tendo. Welcome back to Mind for Business, where we study the mind and we talk about business. Now, if you're an entrepreneur who believes that being able to allocate your attention better and being able to spend your time better would make you more successful, then you're in the right place, because I believe that the mind is our attention, and I believe that business is easier understood if we look at it through the lens of how we stay busy in a profitable way, or how we spend our time. Now, let's get right into it. Business is amplified by creativity. So what is creativity? Well, creativity is a function of the mind. That's why we're talking about it. And the mind is our most valuable asset. But this is why the mind is the most valuable asset. The mind is the most valuable asset because creativity is how we bring things into existence, into the real world. All of it is a function of the mind. And so when we're creative, it means that we're very in touch with what's going on in our mind, and what we create ultimately ends up being a reflection, an exact reflection of what's in our mind. People who are very creative are just very good at that skill in a specific domain. I'm making the argument that it's very important to be very good at that skill as a business person, as an entrepreneur, and as somebody who's trying to make a living in this world. So how do you become more creative? Well, I'm going to give you one step that I've observed to becoming more creative, and that's becoming more observant. Being able to pay attention, being able to allocate our mind, allocate our attention in a specific situation. Now, we live at a time where there's an attention deficit and everybody's trying to vie for attention. But if you can rein in and find out how to allocate your attention and serve a specific moment, I promise you, you will see it in your results. But we have to make time for it, and we have to identify it as something that we can do and get better at. So become more observant to become more creative. Leverage the mind to get better at business. Now, if you found this information, this reframe to be valuable, I'm not going to ask you to like this video. I'm not going to ask you to share this video. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe or follow or any of that. But what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to apply it to your life. I'm going to ask you to look at moments in your life, pay attention in your life, observe your business, and find areas where you can dedicate more of your attention. And I promise you, you'll see more areas where you can find solutions to problems. And that will be a boost to your creativity. My name is Tendo, and this has been Mind for Business. Until next time.